There you go. Record. Evening there, everybody. It's only 7 minutes that we had a question that I'm going to go look into in a little more detailed manner. Now, this is all about the promotional tab that you're looking at here. Now, you might also want to go back and take a look at the user preferences they have, right? So, if I were to jump back into my login and take a look at all emails coming out of Clara, so if this is Clara, there's only one little element or changes that we've done or made on Clara's email login. Take a look at this one. So I'm going to go in here to show originals. This is part of the header information. All right. Now, if I'm looking at the header information, look at these headers, which are common headers like SPF, DKIM, PTR records, DMARC records. There's a hell of a lot of list, and amongst which some are mandate to have, right? And some are okay, optional. Whether even if it is disabled, it's perfectly fine. But most often there's a list of mandate header information that is to be found. Failing which, Google will not add any of those signatures back again or approve any of those emails to come inside. Now, we've gone ahead and looked at all of those documents and added this piece as well. We called it precedence, and we're going to go back here and say bulk. Okay, righty. DMARC. Okay, now this is a new system in it, so I have to show you the other Clara. But anyway, look at this Clara here, and it's the same Clara, just that Clara had to go on to another revamp this morning. I'm going to go take you to the bulk here. Stay with me. Um, Encoding, email. Okay, search, bulk. Interesting, is it? Residence? It is highlighting it somewhere, but it's not pointing out exactly where it is. But what we've added is, just to give you a brief, we've added another header here, and the header says precedence, meaning from where it's coming. It's going to be in the context of bulk emailing. Yeah, there are certain providers who are playing the game very differently. They make it play like it's a transactional email, an auto-triggered, auto-response email, uh, which is part of the header information. So if you're playing it with a service provider, let's say like Mailchimp or Aweber and any of those renowned service providers, these people will go ahead and add those signatures and some qualified, bot purchased signatures there for Gmail to recognize them and allow them to come inside. Right? If you don't find those header information, by default, Google will assume that it is going to be a spam email and lands up into spam. You would also be surprised to see that the Google algorithms have started adding up this particular piece here, important according to Google Magic. Yeah, this is like a warranted thing, without which I think every pretty email will land up into a spam folder. But it is very important for Google to go ahead and classify that, saying it's coming out of our known servers, we know them, kind of stuff. So if those signatures are present, the possibilities of you getting into inbox is very high, which is not even the promotional but the primary one. But if those headers are missing, by default you'll have to go through that process of understanding whether the content is promotional or non-promotional. Now the question is, how do we alter these headers? You can't have access to them unless you are working on your own mail servers. Since it's not your own mail server, there's very little that we could do in order to add these headers in. So that's number one constraints in terms of how we hit the Gmail guys into inbox without having a problem. The second element, which is to use a text campaign. Now, when I say text campaign, by default, I'm sure you know, when it's a text, it's 100% text. 100% text. So the 100% text kills all kinds of image coding, which actually lands up like this: image, uh, image source code, image is equal to, and it goes on, right? This particular code is where we drop the pixel in to track the open rates or click through rates or anything that happens along with the email. Now, since it's 100% text communication, it by default kills the source code. So, which means image cannot be embedded on 100% text email. And that's another constraint when it comes to MailChimp and all the others. If you use 100% text communication, the tracking will by default be disabled. Now, if I'm doing lead generation and I don't want to really see the tracking as to how many people are opening and how many people are not opening, if that can be avoided, possibilities of you landing up into inbox is very high on a bulk scenario. Now, here's the third take on the same problem again. If you were to really pick up a smaller size of database, not really picking up a large volume like 5,000 and above kind of stuff, if you were to reduce that number and say, well, as an organization, we will decide to run about 150 email per day through APIs like Mailshake, Gmass, Sales Andy. uh, depends on the pricing, depends on the brand. So Sales Andy is the most expensive one here. Well, they give you 1,500. That's how they can extend the number, the volume. Mailshake can go up to 200 emails a day without any trouble, along with automated emails that you can send as a follow-up emails using Mailshake, and they charge you about $19. Now, either of these, if you pick up Mailshake or Gmass or Sales Handy, by default what happens is it's going to keep that entire image into 100% image, plus this is going to be plus they add image coding, which means they can track the platform to find out what is happening. To give you a quick gist, let me go ahead and open up Mailshake for you. Amola, I hope you're following. Let me know if you have any questions around. Yeah, okay, good. I've given you three, ways to actually overcome that particular challenge. Here we go. I'm signing up into my Gmail account because these guys work on the Gmail G Suite, right? Because we're hitting on Gmail only, so it makes it look like it's coming out of Gmail. Yeah, look at the action. It is coming out of Gmail and it's going out to other service providers. So since it's Gmail authorizing the entire emailer, the recipient on the other side has no problem in the in picking up and handshaking with that. So I go into my dashboard to check the campaigns here. Click the campaigns, and you can see some of those small emails that I pick it up on a batch and send them out, and I can track them. And if you see the actual emailer, let's go to the messages. Here we go. Yeah, so these are some of the messages. Look at them. Links are there. Text is around. I don't know. It is all going to our participants, right? Every batch I have these, emails going out. Now, if you take a closer look, not many have really gone through the entire email. Not many have clicked on those links. Well, because it's understood that they don't have time. So all they can make up is 1.5 hours to come inside the class, but there is no digging into the subject. Maybe they will keep that email, store it up at a later date. But end of the day, it is, however, a text emailer, but still the image code goes in because they make the entire template as a semi HTML. So which means is there is very little or less amount of HTML coding there in the backend, which is like the image coding. Only one single pixel of coding will be around for that particular emailer. The rest is all 100% text communication. So for your lead generation process, I would suggest doing this. But for your e-commerce portal, you will have to battle that incoming emails going out until you pick up the solution number one, where you have your own servers and you could really manipulate your way in by investing a few dollars. Okay, I hope you got the answer. So it's not just playing with the text, but you can play with the text in multiple ways. And this is the three different solutions that you can look at. This is definitely, of course, you will have to go ahead and look at a server coming out, and only when you do that server configurations you'll be able to hit that. The second part is going to be by default image coding, will be around, and if you're making it 100% text, tracking is gets disabled. Mailchimp can do the magic, so is Aweber, and a lot of other service providers allow you to send a campaign using a plain text version. So here we go. I go into Mailchimp and sign in. Sign in. Here, um, stay with me. Okay, so I come to launch a campaign here, and while I'm clicking the button saying, hey, create a campaign, it quickly offers me a few solutions. One of it is create the campaign name. And you can see here, that's the plain text. So when you're picking up, no images, fancy styling, or embedded links can be incorporated within the email. Links can go. What they're saying is embedded hyperlinks cannot be possible. So you can go ahead and say yes, and then continue doing that. Email will go in plain text, but end of the day, it will make it through the promotional folder, land up into primary folder by default. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go back and take a look at what you have in store on the fourth module. Like I said earlier, this particular batch has been discontinued, or this particular module has been discontinued, and from starting from the batch on Saturday, we've already discussed with the participants saying that the fourth module will not be shown anymore. It's part of the schedule in terms of some nice name they had. It is going to be part of some specialization skill. Yeah, so it's going to be, that's where the module will be. I do not know they're going to charge you more for that specialization skill, or they're not going to. I have no clues on how they're taking that forward, which is DV. But end of the day, they've asked me to completely eliminate that fourth module out of email marketing. You will be the final batch, I think. Sunday batch has graduated already, so that's gone. And then you will be the last batch for this month, looking at this module to see how you can get your hands on the databases. Now, like we always do, we want to go back and quickly do a recap and come back again to see how you can take a look at that most powerful stuff that other people are doing, like in the lead generation process, hunting out email addresses. Now, well, before I go there, cop number one, I need the labels, please. Just the labels, the headers, nothing in detail. We will skim through the process if you play with me. What does the cop number one look for? What does the cop want? He's looking at SPF, DKIM, SPF, SPF. Yeah, so make sure that you also bring that DKIM guy, because one of a mailing server, DKIM, seems to be throwing up an error, and it's impossible without that to get inside the inbox. So keep that in mind. And of course, like Prachi makes a mention, she says, sir, good evening. I've been saying good evening. I think you must be turning on your music as well. Turn off the music, sir. You'll hear me better. Yeah, as soon as I saw your name, I greeted you. Thank you. Okay, so if you go back here and take a look at what Prachi said, oh, she said it after Rishika said. Rishika says SPF is important, DKIM is important. Compliance process needs to be looked into. Very, very important. I'm not sure if you already know. Facebook has been issued a notice for $8 million fine for non-compliance on GDPR. So is Google, another $8 million. Like I said earlier, they have already gotten the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 list. They're coming after every company one by one. So initially, first day in the game, 25th of May, they go launch the GDPR. 26th of May, they issue a notice to Facebook immediately. And I'm sure you know the entire part of the story, that Mr. Zuckerberg wants to go there, have a meeting with the Senate. I haven't seen the entire recording as yet, so I can't comment on that. But end of the day, they are definitely going back and asking them for more time here, because it's millions of users and there's a lot of things that they will have to get it done. And I'm sure they're buying time. We want to see what the verdict was, in case if they're giving out another 3 months for Facebook. I'm sure that'll be replicated for the rest of the audience as well. UK is already seeing the pinch. If you're on my Facebook page, you already will be getting those updates in. So if you want to get to see what's happening there on the GDPR, who's getting beaten up, well, stay connected on the Facebook page. It's called Sourcing Leads, facebook.com. sourcing leads. In case if you want to quickly catch up on the header, I'm not a good writer, so I only share information. I have no time to look at content in 10 pages and then crunch them back again into smaller chunks and push it back to you. Bad idea. No time for research. End of the day, I have no idea how to convert them into dollars, and as long as I don't know how to convert them in dollars, I am not in that game. So when I know how to convert in dollars, count me in. So SPF and DKIM is one aspect that we have to look at when it comes to authentication process, but the other aspect is to look at the GDPR compliances, can spam compliances, and can spam. As I told you earlier, very soon it's going to modify most of those settings there and bring it back and make it look like GDPR. Because let's say as a nation, as a continent, they definitely want to make some changes quickly, because if one continent is talking so much about private information or security, you bet they all want to go back and pick those information as well. Yeah, Cisco modems restarted. I don't know if you watched that news on Saturday. Cisco modems automatically went up and rebooted themselves, and that's another issue back again. GDPR launches, and then look at the number of things happening one by one. And most of the portals are shutting down, including some Insta paper newsletter. What do you call newsletters are definitely blocked. Some of the journal publication they are blocking off from UK. There's quite a lot of things happening around the GDPR. So if we accidentally get caught with sending out an email wrongly without understanding the nitty gritties of GDPR, well, that's going to come back very heavily on a brand there. So be very careful on the compliance side. Second one is the cop number two. Give me the headers, please. Second one is the cop number two. What does he look for? He looks for content. Thank you, Nandu. Good one. He looks for content, and content everything, right. If anyone wants to dig in furthermore, please look into our second module. You will have a lot of information around what happens there. If you take a look at what Sanjay says, the next element would be the volume. The cop is interested in checking to see whether you have respective volume aligned with the IP address or not, and that's very, very crucial there. If it is not aligned, that means it's a cold IP, and you will have to sweat it hard in order to get that into a proper sending number, like a range 500 to about 2000, 2000 to about 5000. That range is very, very crucial, failing which by default our IP addresses will go through poor reputation score, and poor reputation will indirectly lead our emails into spam folder. Now these are all factors that are causing our email to a different destination. So we got to make sure that these guys don't have too much gravitational pull towards the spam folder, and it's all in you as a controller to go back and take a look at those emails before you're flying them off. Okay, and of course percentage of spam is very crucial. Like I said, one of the students in Sunday batch calls it, Siddesh his name is, he calls it percentage of 0.1% of something. And I did tell you that it is not about something, but it's multiplied by your 0.1% multiplied by your. Thank you very much. Bullseye. Shot. Good shot. Good shot. Multiplied by your database, and that's when you will get the actual number as to what the threshold is. If you are unclear on the threshold, please make sure that you go ahead and do that particular math there in the backend by applying 0.1% multiplied by the database, and you will know what is the norm there. One of my client here, if I were to give you an example, they've been flying out emails, and take a quick look here. um, if I jump in here and I click this button and take a look at the number, please. One person marked it as spam, and look at that number, 0.07. Yeah, so they already are hitting that number, saying, guys, if the total size of the database is so small, and on top of it you get one person complaining about you, and regularly one campaign after another, someone or the other is complaining. 0.14%. Now you expect that IP to be clean? Do you expect that IP to actually reach the inbox? Bad idea. It's like a soldier is getting beaten up left, right, center. Headshot is missing, but all the other entire body is getting shot. Now you expect the soldier to work 100%. Bad idea. Play some video games and you will know every shot reduces your 100% to some percentage, and you'll have to find health again. And that health will be you're getting blacklisted, and somebody has to go back and find a quick solution for you, like in a band aid or first aid for you, and only then you will restore your health back. Whitelisting process. Now we are sweating in the back end to keep this IP intact, but unfortunately, the kind of campaigns and the customers on the other side, they cannot really stop themselves from clicking on the button. When you go back and take a look at reasons why they do that, look at this number. Now, it's the same people, same people, 30 campaigns rolled out in just 1 month, and it's the offer again. 20% ले लो तो इसमें ये कूपन है, हैप्पी मदर्स डे, ये लो वो लो. And I mean, if there is a variation in the product, I understand. So I'm talking to a photographer, and the photographer has to go ahead and find some clients, and he brings the clients' pictures, uploads it on the platform, and Canva, who is the company that I'm discussing right now, goes ahead and prints that, puts into an album, sends it back to the photographer so that the client is happy. Okay, now that's the process. How many reminders would you need to send to a photographer? What if the photographer has been lazy, has been on vacation, has been on, I mean, he's not been on the field working? Now, those guys are definitely going to come back and click the button saying, guys, stop it. My camera is not working. I have to invest another 2 lakhs to get that camera, and only then will I be on the field. Until then, don't send me emails. Well, they can't say that, but unfortunately they are taking different measures to stop that particular chaos from coming in. So we are going back in the back end to solve the problem in terms of identifying how many of them have an app from the same company, how many of them get to read your SMSs, how many of them are socially available, social media, they're commenting, they're signing up, they're very busy talking and chatting with you. We're going to do that big analytics, kind of statistics there to find out if one customer is connected to two mediums regularly, and if so, there's no need for an email to go back again bothering them. So these are some of the things that you might want to do at your client place as well, depending on the kind of results they show up, and all of it happening through the analytics. If reporting spam is going to be high, you better take care of that as quickly as possible before it damages the entire brand. Fortunately, we are not ruling out. We are not rolling out the campaign using the king, which is like the actual brand name. We're using different domains to execute the campaign, and hence we can kill the queen, we can kill the bishops, we can kill all the os from the chessboard. King is protected, but for how long? Yeah, but for how long? The entire, the entire soldiers in the center, or in the middle, they've all gone, vanished. Okay, now, well, it's only time before the king gets beaten up. So be very careful on that particular thing, and be vigilant on your analytics to see what's happening with your campaign. Blacklisted history is going to be harmful. It's like you're wearing a white shirt, and you have a red patch on that particular white shirt. Yeah, and everybody will notice only that red patch and not your white shirt. You might say, well, 98% of the entire shirt is clean, but there is this little white patch or red patch there. Well, people will start focusing only on that 2% there, and not the other 89%. So hence, blacklisted history is going to harm your reputation score. Content volume, blacklisting, and spam. Saptaparini says, blacklisting, thank you very much. User engagement. If user engagement is poor, kiss a goodbye to your email. You will never see that email inbox again. Forget the promotional folder. That placement will also be very difficult to reach, because end of the day, if users are not participating, if they're not engaging with your email, by default reputation score will go down. And if it goes down below 80%, which is like on 100 score you are at 80, and if it goes below 80 number, well, be ready to actually see your emails into spam folder. Okay, email size on the content, it has to be 120 KB. That's Sanjay quoting for you to help you recall. I'm sure he knows it, and he's helping you, saying just make sure that it is this norm, failing which uh, any server will never be able to pump the campaign out, because by default the log files will show up saying that the email is too heavy to carry. I'm killing it off before it actually goes and knocks the other side. You will never know it, because on the front end it says the campaign is launched, it's all going out, but the analytics says no reports at all. And when you see no stats, that means there's a little trouble there in the way that you're sending out an email. Sanjay also points out saying 2 MB would be the maximum limit, but we know, we discussed, you keep it at 1 MB so that you don't reach the threshold, and make sure that you're safe and not taking a risk on 50-50 chances there. Percentage spam blacklisting, Rishika, for you again. Same batsman, top performer. Engagement too, very important. Yeah, here we go. History of the email reports is very important. Image size needs to be looked into, followed by this particular logic, which is email size, very important. Image and text can be any combination. There is no hard and fast rule saying that it has to be a video content with a wink and only then you will see the inbox. Bad idea. Email does not believe in any of those logics. If it can be 100% text, or it can be 100% HTML doc with one single image communication, you can possibly reach the inbox. Absolutely no trouble in what type of content variations you should have. But if I'm Facebook, I would definitely prefer you to actually upload videos with a wink in order to have better followers. I'm referring to Priya Warrior and something else, Sarkar, somebody. She knows how to play that game on social media, and that's exactly what one should do in order to attain attention or gain attention from the audience who are on social media. That's a very different breed of people there. Yeah, they don't spell words. They say BRB. That means be right back. They come to me on chat as well when I give them out a break. You haven't seen the break, so yeah, for us it's a busy schedule. We jump in, but for the rest of them who come on Saturdays and Sundays, BRB seems to be one of those words. I'll have to discover, finding out what that is. And somebody made a mention saying be right back, and that's exactly when I learned BRB meaning right back. Be right back. Okay, so with that kind of a folk, you can't really go ahead and send long, lengthy, text documents. They're not reading it. You can see my profile there on Facebook, and you will see the engagement I'm getting in. Irrespective of that, I will still post long, lengthy text articles. It's only for the customers who really want to read those and find out what's happening, not for the entire gang who's watching a wink there. Okay, cool. That was your second module, and I'm sure your third module was more into looking at a software, gaining access to it, exploring the software, looking at all the options that they have. All we wanted to give you there is a little confidence in terms of looking at the applications there and getting mustering up courage to move your mouse around and explore them. The more you explore, the better knowledge you gain. If you encounter an application that the client has given you access to and you have no clues how to navigate, you need help, you know what to do. Buzz me, give me a mailer, give me access to the platform. I'll tell you where what resides. So you pick up a job as a digital director as well. Help is always around there when it comes to email and databases. Worry not about the platforms, because every monkey is very typical. Show them the banana, monkey will work. Monkey is equal to softwares. Okay, cool. With that thing, let's go back and take a look at what we have in store for your fourth module, Festaff. We promised you databases, and we're going to be working on that and keep up the promise here, saying that here's how you get the databases in. The databases, of course, your part one is broken down into, your fourth module is broken down into two elements. Your part one, we will discuss everything about bulk extraction. Now, last time when I said bulk, I said anything above 5,000 emails. Here, I want you to minimize your numbers, because we're not looking at big, large, millions of emails. On Facebook, there's a group called Email Marketing Group, and there's one gentleman who actually posted off, early morning, saying that you could find millions of email addresses. Yeah, you will, but how many of them are active users? How many of them are actually pretending to be active, but Gmail has let them be there for spammers to get them, and if they send out an email, one quick shot, they'll kill your email and your access and your servers instantaneously. Now those are some of the little traps that you get stuck with. So you got to make sure that you pick up a handful of people, yeah, based on your target audience. Now this handful of people can be multiplied based on certain segmentation that you want to apply. For example, you're looking for marketeers who actually have Gmail domains, people who have Yahoo domains, people who have any other domains, right? There are multiple other domains that people really use, and you want to go back and extract as much as possible. When you gather all of them and look at the number, you bet it will be a larger quantum of number to actually do your or get started with your marketing initiatives. Now, bulk extraction, everything is possible using Google. Now, there's $1 million question. If this is what Google is saying, Google says, guys, I have everything. I have everything. Now, the question is, how are they saying that they have everything? How are they saying that they have everything? A option, they have scholars on every topic on the planet. So they build topics, articles, and then have them uploaded. And hence, they can boldly say that they have access to everything. Or B, they pick up dash. Yeah, data. From where? The question would be, where are they getting that data from? They're not building up. Let's rule out the point number one. They do not have scholars who can write on every subject. Yeah, they probably can pick up a few normal subjects that is coming in, which is trending, but not everything on the planet. So, where are they getting the data from? Where are they getting the data from? Think, think, think. Come on, we need to know these, and only then we will be able to see what we can do. Because that magic is only 3 minutes from their registered users. Thank you very much. A little more brief, sir. I could understand. I could relate to it. Satellite and people. Okay, I like the satellite. Yes, because Google Maps is it. Yeah, they might be having drones, their own drones. They might be accessing satellites as well. Yeah, pretty much everything that is required to keep the common man informed as to what is happening. This people, can you explain and define a little more, please? From there is equal to people. Is that what you meant? Crawling the website. Whose website, sir? Is that their website? Like Sanjay pointed out, LinkedIn and Google and all of these places where the data is. Thank you very much. Yes, of course. But how are they getting it? Is what the point is. So LinkedIn, of course, people are posting it and they have a quick access to those info. Thank you. They would have tied up with other companies like LinkedIn and Facebook and quite a lot. Well, in other words, let's go back and see some small and medium sized companies. You open up Google here. My favorite keywords, all right? Email trainers in Bangalore. Sounds much better. So you see that now? Somebody is looking for email trainers, and there is Digital Cora. Wow, these guys are battling for my keyword. Okay, cool. Nice competition. They will take a little more time to come here, and I am not a paid search guide. No one works on this page at all. It by default comes in. Digital Cora is competing, so I'll make it a little more colorful there. Anyway, competition is on, but look at the site, please. It's not my website. Yeah, Digital Vidya is paying a premium, right? There are a lot of people body working on SEO keywords, blah blah blah, day in and day out, drinking coffee and not taking leaves, plenty of other stuff that they're doing in the back end, but not doing anything. Yeah, except for keeping it active, except for chatting with people. Like any question coming in, I go back and respond. I do not send network invites. I do not do anything at all there. Right? How is this page coming up then? Well, because people find the answer. When somebody searches in for Bangalore and they land up here, there is no one coming back again and searching for more information from the same keyword, because they got all the answers right here, because it's going to LinkedIn, and from LinkedIn it would say similar looking profiles like Nithy are here, and it goes on, right? That's a knitted loop that they get stuck into, and there is no opportunity for them to come back and take a look at the other companies. Okay, now that's a good thing. And looking at our website, we have evidence now that it's coming in out of LinkedIn. So let's go back here and say that all of those people who said, yeah, it's coming out of LinkedIn, you're right. You bet it is right. And LinkedIn is not doing anything to build my profile. LinkedIn is not spending even one single minute wanting to optimize my page for better insight on Google. No, or better placements on Google. Who's doing it? It's the individual who builds up the profile. So in other words, an individual who picks up a portal and goes and looks for a particular information, or let's say he designs a LinkedIn profile. This profile is made public by the individual who created that particular profile and makes it available for Google search, saying, please come take a look at my LinkedIn profile, pick up words, pictures, images, and interactions from here, and have them pushed on Google search. A volunteer intervention of the individual. And LinkedIn by default says, here's a platform that you can either play and sync up this particular profile of yours to be found on general public, like in general Google search, or you will allow yourself to be found within the platform as well. What a great idea there. Because Facebook, we no matter how many posts you do, you will barely see any of those coming in right there. Here's another offer. Here's another take on how Google is picking up information. We don't want anyone to be missed out when they type in lead sourcing. Yeah, because they want to source information and look at those information that comes in when you type the brand name. Now, I might not understand who Nityanand is. I may not remember his last name. Nityanand, if you type in, there's a competition with Nityanand Swami there. But over a period of time, I think we've taken him off unless he makes another mistake. There's only one video that shows up when you say Nityanandan. See, he's right there on the top and right below all of these. This gentleman is from Infosys. That's another competition for me. But I can't beat this gentleman here called Nityanand Swami. Now, we don't want them to be distracted by that particular piece of information, but we definitely want people to identify on the right hand side saying this is a company that is located here, XYZ place. And of course, it's open 24/7 because 2 a.m. is when we close the office. So, yeah, we are available 24/7 on the phones, and everything else that you need to know about this particular company is right there available. So, who gave that permission? Well, it's me. It's me. It's the company that designs the website, wanting to make it available for people to find it. SEO optimization, we call it. So, any website that is actually optimizing their pages, search engine optimization, search engine optimization is more likely to come up. Profile must be public for that, right? And the answer is yes. It cannot be private because you're getting into a networking side of it, and you definitely want to make it private. You can't seclude yourself or lock yourself inside a room and be called social. Yeah, you can't really. Yeah, you got to get out of your room. You got to network with people, and that's when you get to see people calling you as a social person. I'm not a social person. I'm a complete 100% introvert guy. Yeah, but again, on search engine, we definitely want to keep all the doors open because people need to find us, and only then our business will start getting in new clients too. One question always being asked: how many new customers did you add today, this month? Yeah, so we don't have an answer to it because existing customers are already there, and we don't really want new customers to come in. So hands are already full and tight. As long as it's not really having clients there and your hands are free, you definitely want to do something around the search engine to make sure that you go ahead and bring in a few more people, because we have a very small team, and hence we can't really service the entire old world wide web. Yeah, so that's exactly how Google picks up information from the websites which are SEO optimized and puts them on Google server. Now the question is legality and processes. If a UK person's website is found on Indian soil, am I going to be applicable on GDPR? 100%. Be rest assured, because if they're billing those guys around big companies already, you bet it is going to be GDPR compliant. And what does GDPR compliant says? Written consent only. When it comes to email marketing, you cannot have any more the subscribe email here, like in just a one single box coming in. I must have explained this on your third module when you created your form. It is important that you get a written consent on from the individuals who are coming in through search engine as well. So it's vital that you keep your information GDPR friendly. If not, you want to just go ahead and block UK completely and say thank you guys for all your services, and I'm not really going to be shown on the UK pages. So either ways, you got to make sure that you take a stand around there in terms of picking up the consent of the individual. But if you're working in India and all the other geographies where implicit permission type is okay, no written consent, but you're free to actually talk to people and just honor the act, can spam act. If you were to break that down and say can spam and the act, uh, please read that word by word and you'll have a better meaning of that. Can, you can spam, follow the act, follow the act. That's very crucial to understand. So don't read it by a flow saying can spam act, can spam act. No, 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 no. Sometimes you'll have to read slowly as well. Francis Bacon says, yeah, not all food can be swallowed. Some food has to be munched and what do you call savored and then swallowed for digestion. Francis Bacon. So if you go back and read that books, you'll really know that there is some content. It has to be chewed as well. Yeah, sorry, I said munched. Yeah, thank you for correction of the word. Blog writers coming kicking in. Okay, looking at the can spam act, you got to make sure that they say that it is implicit permission. Okay, you got to make sure that you follow the act. Unsubscribe link important. Footer calls out your snail mail address. Remove the person immediately as soon as they say, I don't want to hear from you. Make sure that nothing happens around your server without your knowledge. Keep the header information clean and transparent. Header information is equal to SPF, DKIM, DMARC records, your header information that we spoke about earlier in the outset with Amol. Very important, crucial. If you follow the act, you can operate in the US. I don't know how long, but for now, as on date, implicit permission allowed in the US soil. India, you know the status. I'm sure if you've done your assignment, by default, there is absolutely nothing. We're still expecting something to come in. And if it comes in, they're going to add in 18%, 20% cess amount. Be ready to cough up that money as well. Because we have Ganga ko bachana hai, healthcare ko bachana hai, खाऊ को बचाना है गंगा को clean करना है. So there is more things to be done there, and hence that percentage of tax will be applicable. So looking at the law is also very crucial for you. Keeping that in mind, as long as it's found on Google, that means Google says, guys, these guys have given me the permission to go ahead and show you the information. Please feel free to do whatever you'd like to do, and depending on the geography, you follow the rules and regulations and adapt to them. Let's go jump in and take a look at what they have in store. Last week, when I spoke to you about Mailchimp, I was teaching you how to talk to a monkey. Today, I'll make you learn the language of a spider. Like they call it algorithm, spider, crawler. There are different names that they come up with, and Google on the other side also calls different names: panda, hummingbird, what do you call penguin update, and it goes on, right? So there are different animals, different species there. We'll go ahead and see how we can tame our languages when we are actually typing it on Google. And since it's all bulk extraction, I need to really tame my language to meet the spider's expectation. Here's what the spider says. I have access to the World Wide Web. Fantastic, and I don't need it. How do you say that? Well, you got to type in site colon, and it quickly understands that you don't want the World Wide Web, but you're looking at one single domain, and it wants to know what that domain would be. You make the spider wait, and then you type in www dot. You could also not type www. You can just say linkedin.com. That's the domain I want you to focus on, not the World Wide Web. Space. I want people out of marketing department. Segmentation, very crucial. Don't pick up a bunch of emails and say, I want to know. There's somebody in LMS platform, Digital Vidya LMS platform, has posted a question, and he says that he has a bunch of emails that he's picked up, some thousand odd emails he's picked up, and he wants to figure out who's a marketeer in that Gmail account. Come on, you don't build a house and then hunt for a kitchen and you say, oh, kitchen is missing. Well, how did we miss that in the blueprint? It doesn't happen that way. When you're bringing up a blueprint, you got to make sure that every necessary steps are taken in before extraction, and that's what we have to do. Before constructing of the house, you got to make sure that the blueprint stays clear. Here's the blueprint. I am looking for people working in marketing department because my product type fits them. If I'm looking at salespeople, I might want to type in sales department, like in sales team, and I'm going in there to pick up those email addresses. Here I'm focused on marketing, and then I'll come back to the rest of the gang. I'm also looking at a location type here because I don't want all the marketeers from all the World Wide Web, right? No, a specific location. I'm in Delhi, not in Delhi, literally. Uh, I'm guessing you are in Delhi, and I'm in Delhi. I want people out of Delhi because in case if somebody says, "What's your service about? Could you come down and meet us?" Well, you must be ready to actually jump out and say, "Sure, when and what time." And that's exactly important there when it is a location based segmentation as well. Then I go back and say, well, I need contact information. See, the spiders don't understand your language. So you got to make sure that you make it simpler for the spiders to understand, saying contact information, meaning I'm an email marketer, so I'm looking at email data, right? So email IDs preferably. If you type in email ID, it will start hunting for the word called email ID. So you got to be even more specific, saying a specific domain out of email ID. How do you do that homework? Well, look into a profiler or maybe the person who builds up his profile on LinkedIn. What does he go through? What's the thought process? 30 seconds, maybe 3 minutes. Spend a little time saying, why do people build LinkedIn profiles? Wanting a job, staying updated about the industry, wanting to connect with their mentors, wanting to see some influencers there, wanting to make sure that they're being found, suppliers, vendors, customers. They want all of that to be done using a LinkedIn profile. And what kind of email ID is going to be used by an employee who's looking for a job, or maybe a status update, or maybe an industry update, or stats on how they're doing, where they're going, or career development? Well, they would definitely prefer to use a Gmail account or any other public account they have access to, and not the company. Because if the company fires you tomorrow of non-performance, or maybe they're showing you a pink slip saying, thank you for your service, we can't afford you anymore, thank you, go bye, goodbye. Well, there's no point in crying because your cheese is definitely going to be moved by somebody. We were eating on the cheese on UK, but the cheese is moved now. Now we can't sit down and cry saying somebody moved my cheese, but instead you got to start hunting to see where else the cheese is. And that's exactly what you should also do when there is a pink slip situation. We go back and pick up the 45% or 75%, the 43 or 44% market share in terms of Gmail account, preferred in the South Asia. We pick up the Gmail and look at Gmail there. There you go. You're looking at all contact information of marketeers with Gmail accounts. Marketeers Gmail account. Can we have multiple email ID options like Hotmail? I'm coming to that point in a minute, but for now, just know that it is possible using that Gmail, and then we can go ahead and see how I can get not just the Coke bottles, Pepsi, Thumbs Up, and all the other black drinks as well. So we'll see that in a minute. For now, just know Gmail is possible, but it's limited search. Look at that number. Yeah, this is a default setting by Google because Google says I am known for accuracy of data. I'm known to understand customers' profile or customers' context in what they're thinking to type, and accordingly, I move my results there. Well, it's a good thing, but again, for us, it doesn't serve the purpose. So, what you can do is instead of just the 10 results on the first page, you can slightly modify the search settings on the result page per page, right? How many results are to be displayed? Let's see what's the maximum by clicking on the settings here. Setting, search setting, and you scroll down and it says, hey, you're being placed on 10 per result per page, and the maximum that you can go to is about 100. Well, I think I would prefer that, so I move the slider from 10 to 100, and then I scroll down and click the button save, and it confirms saying, yeah, your preferences have been saved. And by the way, are you really a human to actually do such search? The answer is after you pass the exam. Yes, I am a human. I am a human. Confirmation. Most of the time I fail here, so come, let's see. This is what. Oh, fantastic. They will hold this responsible. It's a shut door, and I don't think it's a storefront. Verify. Failed. Okay, next. Should I pick up the shadow as well? Not sure. Uh, okay. Pole, I don't know. Um, okay. Failed again. Okay, verify. Wow. Is this test only for me or is it like for everybody? Google does this. Failing miserably, as you could see. The 10th class pass students will be laughing at it now if they were to watch the recording, however. Uh, Finally, God, I got through. My results are out. Okay, scroll down and you get 100 pages or 100 results on the first page. Now, the question is, how do I get the emails out, Nityanan? Sure. Control A, Control C, right from your Windows operating system, Windows 95. Pick that up. Go to Email Reaper. Drop the entire content that you copied on the input window. Click the button comma here and separate. Use a new separator called new line, one below the other. Click the extract button. 84 email addresses on the first page of Google. And continue doing that for the next 5 pages. What are you looking at? You're looking at about 500 contacts coming out of Delhi from marketing department holding on to a Gmail account. Ladies and gentlemen, bulk extraction. Okay. Uh, Either you're awestruck or I have literally put you to sleep. Which one is right? Only time shall say. Any question? Oh, it's all stuck. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Got it. Got it. Okay, cool. Right. Thank you very much for the confirmation. Can you please repeat this after 9:30? And the answer is yes, we will. And now also again, we will do retake again. But before that, we will go ahead and see how we can manipulate this particular string furthermore. I missed a lot of the sessions, but got this part. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. What was the website again? Oh, this one. Right. That's a good question. Email Reaper. Oh, fantastic. Before my bullet goes another bullet. Awesome. But anyway, he gets two bullets. Good. Right. Here we go. I open this up, blow this up a little bit. Rishika, eyes on the screen. I know you're my top performer. I will have to do anything and everything to get you the answer, but I will do very soon. Stay with me. Sight and so is Chow. Chow, I'm coming back. You will be able to catch up on the missing pieces on the recording. Number one. The second pieces, it's all practical work there. The other part was all compliance guidelines. You can always catch up. Just remember this: do not mail anyone in the UK for now. Full stop. Period. That's all you need to catch up on the summary part of it. The rest you can go in detail looking at the recording. Cool. Now, looking at the string here, LinkedIn.com site, and the space comes in nowhere, right? There's no space. Without space, site colon linkedin.com. Like I said, this is always modifiable. All you need to figure out is which website is SEO optimized, which directory portal allows customers to actually open up their profile. And if you do a little research, finding out different domains which allow people to keep their profile public, like LinkedIn, you're free to actually use that and say, these are my domains that I can change. Any domain for that matter. But you got to make sure that they are optimizing SEO, and all the page results or the profile page results are available with Google. And if it is available, you will have a lot of data coming in. That's how you modify the domain part of it. Then comes the department. Now, you can look at the department in many ways looking at your product type. If you have a customer profile, if you are looking at to sell a software, or maybe you do lead generation for a company, whatever your target market is or target audience is, you got to make sure that you look at where they are, at what departments they will be working, possible titles, pick them up, and then you can modify this as well, and then say department or title modify them to get as many data as possible using this particular aspect. That comes after a space here with a phrase being searched for called marketing. I know it says a single word. Search engine works on three different elements. Search engine says we look at broad search, we look at exact search, we look at phrase search. Okay, now all three are very crucial elements to look at when you're typing the string in. We are partial 90% SEO guys, yeah. You could assume like that, because whatever SEO guys do, we don't do it in page, on page, off page, some blah blah blah, and then 6 months later we'll redo that again. Bad idea. We don't do that. But what we know is how the search engine operates. Here's how it says: broad search. What does it mean? Well, you're looking at pink shirt. Awesome color I picked up. Pink shirt is what you're searching for. It will look for a word called pink and the shirt separately, and will start looking at results coming out of pink and shirt. But if it's an exact search saying, hey, exactly match that particular word called pink and the shirt, and look for that particular term, it will exactly want to find out if anyone is typing in pink shirt together and pick that word in. On the phrase search, when you use the quotes, it will quickly go ahead and look at anything like a broad sentence, like, for example, email marketing team. Okay, it will look for the particular phrase as an email marketing team and not word by word. So this is very crucial for us. So I tried the exact search. You could try the exact; it will still bring up the right amount of results. But I like the quote. So either way is doing the same activity. Either of those particular quotes you can bring in and make sure that you reach out to the exact particular keyword you're looking for. Then comes the location. Very crucial again. Depends. You might say, well, I don't need it. I am looking at all broad India. Yeah, that's another biggest trouble with all the startup companies. Who's your target audience? Everybody. Who is everybody? Everybody who's working. Yeah, I have an 18-year-old who's working and he has no clues what he needs. He just goes to work, and whatever is being given to him, he gets it done and comes out. Is that the audience? Then they will say, no, 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 not such people. Then it is a decision making title. Yeah, what type of decision making titles? Where are they located? You need to dig in deeper and find out. And it's not broad India, right? Sanjay had asked us a question saying, how do you break this down into Gmail or a Hotmail or a Yahoo and various other on just one single string? Is it really possible? Yes, it is possible. But will I lose out on the search engine? You saw the restriction. Restriction is 10 pages. You can break that restriction by moving it to 100 pages. But can I go beyond 100 pages? Well, there is no opportunity there. Now, if it allows me to go beyond 100 pages, I would definitely love to modify the string to match this, entire India and pick up everybody out of India. If not, I might want to slice it down, because the vending machine can only supply 100 results. So I need to make sure that the first results that are coming out comes out from out of my niche audience that I want to look at. And then I can generally go back and ask vending machine, supply me any email. And the vending machine will pick up anything of their own choice, and then start throwing out AOL, Yahoo, Rediff VSNL. If somebody is there, that will also come out. Now you want to be specific with the vending machine here, saying, hey, Pepsi Cola only, Pepsi. Yeah, get that out. Coke bottles now, 100 of them, 100 Coke bottles, get them out. The chances are very high that the vending machine will start listening to you, because you are very specific in saying just the Coke bottles, get them out. And it can't really supply a thumbs up there, or maybe some other charged whatever drink. It can't really get that out, because you're very clearly stating only Coke bottles, and it will go ahead and behave that. So similarly, you can go ahead and look at your destination. It might be UAE, and in UAE you want to break it down to Dubai, you want to break it down to Bahrain, and it goes on, right? So you can go ahead and look at some of those areas, and then break them down into smaller chunks, and go by state, go by city, and pick up as much as possible. And that's how you extract more out of Google, though there is restrictions. Okay, now that's part of the location here. So instead of saying India, break it down into Delhi, Mumbai, and state wise, and then you will see more. Same thing happens with your domain part as well. looking at all domains. Any domain is fine. So then it will throw up anything that is not being used ever. Yeah, so you don't want that thing to happen, but you want to be specific, saying cola that's preferred by everybody. In the last 5 or 10 transactions, how many people picked up what type of drink? Show me those. Well, if it is artificial intelligence, it will quickly go ahead and show you that list saying these many people bought this, and you want to pick up the one that is appreciated by a lot of other people. Very similar to your online buying. Show me the rating, how many people rated 5, how many people rated 1, and you want to take a look at both. You want to read the one and find out why. Is that his problem that the package was broken? Maybe he was not at home when the first delivery was made, and then he sent the package back again. Well, if it goes back, you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to go inside the godown, and there you go, there's going to be defective pieces coming back again. Is that what happened to that guy, or is the product really defective? That type of scrutiny is what we require in terms of online. There's absolutely nothing else, because every supplier is wanting to serve the customer to the best. Here too, you want to make sure that it is very specific in terms of how you pick up the domains. That's about your string. And manipulation, indefinite. I can't put a lock here saying 365 combinations can be applied and you can stop. No, no, look at that combination there. It is indefinite. You can go ahead and try as many variations as possible on the string, same string, picking up more results one after another. And slight modifications in domain, slight modification in the department, and it goes on. Here's another take on Sanjay's call. If I want, still, I want the vending machine to throw up all types of cola. How do I make that do? Well, let's go back to the vending machine again. Rishika, eyes on the screen. And Chow, LinkedIn.com, vending machine. I'm looking at salespeople coming out of or residing in Bangalore, and I would like all kind of contacts, right? So I say email. I am not sure. This wildcard is very crucial wildcard. Google pulls up information that you're not sure of when you use the wildcard. So along with email, I don't know what comes after email, but it should end up with .com. It should end up with .net. And this particular divider comes in when you hold your shift key, and right above your enter key or the return key, that's where this particular divider is. So pick up that separator divider, and then you go ahead and look at the other type of domain. It can end up with .co.in. Go get them, please. Okay, it quickly jumps and goes ahead and looks at each profile and finds out what they have used. This person has used jjindia.co.in, and his phone number is also available there. He also goes ahead and uses here, this guy uses value.co.in, and whatever the customer has used will show up right there on the search engine. That's how you ask the vending machine, saying, throw me anything that you have, but just make sure that it ends up with these following domains. Look at the number of results, very few. But on the previous shot, I just picked up 89 without any problem. And look at the numbers we're looking at here. Maybe it's because it's gone back to 10 results. No, it's the string. I can cut shorten this. Not sure how many you use at .net. If I were to just look at email and the .coms alone, okay, now it goes a little broader, and I go ahead and look at new info, extract 43 of them. Good, good, good. Now I can go after another and another, and it goes on. This is how I type the string in terms of showing up any domain of any kind. So copy this and I push it back here, because it definitely would need you to practice that particular string. I'll also give you another combo there, which is co.in and .net. It can be any variation, so you can go ahead and modify them furthermore and pick up as many as you want. Okay, any questions so far? Rishika, is that clear? Did you understand? Similar, I can do with department also, HR department, learning. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. That's exactly why I spent a little more time there helping you understand that this is modifiable. Go on and do as many as you want. HR, not many call themselves as HR. They call them as, I mean, they have an abbreviated way of doing it as well. So you might want to say search for HR first, and then look at human resources, and continuous. So you got to really get into the minds of customers, because Google, I mean, LinkedIn did not offer, when I was building up my profile, it did not offer me a proper title for myself. Like, I'm a marketeer, I'm a HR department, which department I belong to. No, there's a box and I can type anything I want. Now, in that typing anything I want, I could make a spelling error as well. So I don't know how many of them actually have a wrong department typed, and that's a top profile there. Okay, God bless. Welcome to the world of online. Okay, now let's go ahead and see some more, and then I'll come back and take up a few more questions if you have. Okay, in the meantime, can we do a little exercise here? Can you apply your own favorite string, anything of your target market, and use this particular email reaper and show me the results that you gotten, please? Just give me the count. Those who can do it, because I'm sure Chow is actually on the phone. So, ma'am, on the phone, don't try them. It'll be a little more cumbersome. But if you have an iPad, I'm sure you can try. But if it's an iPhone 10, till then, I think you can't really. Don't want to take that risk. Don't. Maybe email Reaper will not show up. Google will show up very clearly. The email Reaper guy won't. So go ahead, apply your string, and tell me what's the number you got. Thank you. And you telling me the number will tell me how proficiently you can hunt. If you have any challenges, I'll be able to help you right away. Thank you. No, I have. Oh, fantastic! Great, great. So you should do it, and I'm waiting for your numbers to come. Deljit, you've been very quiet today. All well? Too much at the office, is it? Or is it Monday blues? Your name must make sound, sir. You can't really stay quiet. Mm-hmm. Not allowed. Nandu is making sound today. I think I saw him multiple places today. Prachi has gone quiet. Shakshi has gone quiet. क्या बात है Monday fever है? Svetlana arrives. Evening, ma'am. On mobile traveling. Okay, I know. Something was around there. Thank you for letting us know. Amrita is firing as often as she can. So is Amol. Anchal has been quiet. Yeah, she's always, but she always gives me feedback, which is a great thing. She waits till the end, gives me the feedback, and then goes, but not very, active or wanting to chat on the chat applet. Alfia. Alfia, no. I think I'll have to say मेरा नाम नित्यानंद है उनके पास. Maybe they're looking at the recordings and coming back. Anil fires when required, I guess. Karan is quiet. Come on, pick up your laptop and start giving me that number. Let me know how much you found. You have a trouble or a challenge, use a chat applet. Thank you. Missed the last class. Oh, okay. No, ma'am, no, that's okay. We are agile. Every module is different. So, third module is different, completely different, has got nothing to do with today's module. So, come on, you could do it much better here. HR Mumbai, Gmail, I got 71. God bless. Good job. Good job. No doubt. No doubt. Who's the next one? Svetlana just came in. I don't know how she'll catch up with it, but let me tell her what is happening. Svetlana, they're all modifying this particular string. They're all modifying this particular string. Could you please also modify the string and see what happens? And then after that, go ahead and pick up this particular email reaper. By default, add anything that you're copying out of your search engine, drop them here, and click the extract button. Tell me the number. Wonderful, Shakshi. Shakshi, good job. Good job. Great work. You're beating up whose number? No, you're one shot from Sanjay's number. But great work. Come on, I want to see single digit numbers. I'm sure there will be at least three of you single digit numbers. And that's where I can also do a recap for the rest of them. So come on, show me single digit. Rishika, I'm definitely audible. Can't hear. No, I can hear. Uh, Proof. This is the proof. All green. As long as it's green, no problem whatsoever. I got 10. There you go. That's the number I was looking for. Great one. Thank you very much. Kunjil, please do this. Please do this. On the search engine, click the button settings. Click the button settings. Click the button search settings. And you will find the slider. Move the slider from 10. It's in 100 now. I don't want to change them because it will ask me to pass the test again. Move the slider from 10 to 100. Click the button save. By default, you'll get 100 results on the first page, and then your numbers will start looking at a little better number. Okay, great. So I hopefully will go back to 100 results. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. No, that's because the string is different. I did LinkedIn, L&D, Mumbai, and found 87 of them. God bless you, sir. You're shining. You're beating up me, is it? In the marketplace? Sure, sure. I like challenges. I like challenges. Learning. I just got excited. uh, Learning, L&D, learning, and development. And I have to have them together. Yeah, I'll have to get them together. Learning and development. We're looking at Mumbai. I got 80. Congratulations, ma'am. Fantastic. You're beating all the monkeys around. Great work. When I say the monkey, ma'am, I meant the softwares. Yeah, I'm against all those softwares. Learning and development seems to be the biggest, broadest keyword here. So let's go L and the D, I guess. Uh, and take this guy. Mumbai. Search. Yeah, yeah, I got 25. Good one. Who are you looking for, ma'am? Who were you looking for? This was a problem I was trying to solve from past few weeks. You shouldn't have said. You should have just waited for the fourth module to come. But trying is always good, and that's why you're excited. And that's why you're excited. I got 25, ma'am. If you're looking for NASA scientist, specifically looking at LinkedIn marketing, LinkedIn Pune marketing. Can you give me the string, ma'am, if you don't mind? Just copy that string and paste it here. Thank you, ma'am. 55. Good job, sir. But still less numbers, sir. Who are you looking for, sir? Any niche titles, numbers will be low. Like I said, NASA scientist. It was HR. Sorry, no problem. Just give me the string. Site LinkedIn HR Pune email.com.net. Bad idea. Bad idea. You want to see more, you want to prefer to stay here, like in one single word, and you're searching for and one single domain. You'll get more, Amrita. Try that. Try that. And there is no space after site, so just make sure that you remove the space after the site colon. It's all one single word. Those are some of the modifications you want to do. You haven't typed the http. That is okay. That is go to meeting adding up that extra. So this is how it looks like. So get it closer, no space, and the rest looks clean. And of course the divider will go through space at the .com, in case if you want to use this. But if you don't want to use this, I suggest that you use a Gmail or anything else to see better results coming out. Thank you. Site LinkedIn.com, sales Mumbai Gmail is what I was looking for, and I found this. Okay, sales team, maybe. LinkedIn marketing Chandigarh. Okay, fantastic. That's a good one. Yeah. I have a question here, so let me see how I can answer this. Blow this up. Is it possible from phone I am posting what I'm searching in Google in the top input window, then extract, but no results coming out? Okay, no problem. Results are not coming out because you're not typing it right, right? So paste the string. Paste the string. She's trying it out of a phone. Is it possible from the phone? Is it not possible from the phone? There is nothing called as impossible, man, on the planet. Yeah, but just that it'll be a little cumbersome, is what I meant. It is possible. You will be able to do this because my sales calls happen using a phone or an iPad. Yeah, because I can't carry a laptop there and wait for it to boot. But I do it on my phone or my iPad. So I'm sure the results will not differ any further much. So you could just go ahead and use that. LinkedIn, there, Alfia, LinkedIn.com, marketing, Kolkata. And what's the number, ma'am? How much did you get in? Very well typed. Very well typed. No problem whatsoever. Don't worry about this HTTP. That is GoToMeeting extra fitting. 63 after using it. Fantastic, ma'am. Great work. HR Pune Gmail. Awesome job. Awesome, awesome. Alfia, try that without, try and tell us what is the number you got in. Uh, Ma'am, LinkedIn spelled wrong. LinkedIn spelled wrong. Dubai and domain is missing. Ciao. Site LinkedIn.com, digital marketing, Dubai and Gmail. Fantastic. Who's this? Svetlana. Wow. Great work. Great work. Site LinkedIn, adhesive, Mumbai got 79. Fantastic, sir. You're looking at your own market there. Super. Sir, after getting results on SERP, okay, search engine result page, we're getting a little more technical SEO guys here, I guess. Okay. Results on what step to copy so that we can paste it on. You copy everything. You copy everything. Control A, Control C. Now, if you're on the phone, I think it is select all and copy. I mean, I don't know what device you're using. Android also has the same select all and copy, and then take it to Reaper. I have none results. I have no results. Okay, what happened? Let me go back to your search string. LinkedIn spelled right, digital marketing spelled right. Okay, I'm coming there. Stay with me. 7, that is because your search engine results are only 10. Move that to 100. Anil, did it wrong? No, I think you did it right. You did it right. That's what I was trying to make out. Stay with me. I'm just trying to copy your string here. Copy. And let's go back here. Paste. Uh, LinkedIn the end. Marketing, digital, and can I break this down? Can I ask you to break this down into digital and then the marketing and Dubai? You got 6. Okay, now Alfia. That's because the search settings are not done. Who else is here? Anil. I think Anil. Search settings. Search settings. Make it to 100. You'll see more. Do the same, Alfia and Svetlana. Do the same. Get it to 100. Get it to 100. As long as it's not 100, numbers will be single digits. And in the meantime, if Dubai is throwing up no results, let's go back and see why. LinkedIn.com, we're looking at marketing, digital, right? So let's get the digital guys first. Digital, and they must be marketing, and they must be in Dubai, right? And they must be have a Gmail account and in UAE, Dubai. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, error marketing, and it goes on. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, some. I don't know how to read that, but I'm sure you know. Paste extract 78, ma'am. There are plenty of people there. No, there are results. Yeah, absolutely. I just saw great number. 84, Mumbai. Awesome. Now I got 64. Fantastic. Fantastic. Good job. Good job. I'm happy. So are you. I guess, Alfia, keep your hands busy in digital marketing. I am forcing you. There will be some people who would not even ask you to do anything. Yeah, so be very careful when you're learning something online. It better be part of you doing it and seeing the results. If you don't see the result, keep the trainer busy, and that's how you get the ROI. Saptaparini 9 is a bad idea. Have to change the setting is a good idea. Yes, I got 84. Fantastic, Svetlana. Great work. No addresses detected, 71. Number of addresses detected, 71. Oh, fantastic, ma'am. You remind me of my papers, like MBA papers ऐसे ही लिखते हैं मैम. यहाँ पे सिर्फ नंबर डाल देंगे तो भी हम एक्साइटेड हो जाते हैं. आप इतना टाइप करके इतना अच्छा सा. वेरी नाइस मैम, थैंक यू वेरी मच. बहुत अच्छा लगा. बट नेक्स्ट टाइम शॉर्ट कर लो मैम, सिर्फ नंबर बताइए. हम पूरा कहानी इधर से बना लेंगे कि आप कहाँ हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं. वो सब हमें दिख जाता है. I got 9. Okay, that's making changes. Okay, fantastic. Good job. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We'll go and see some more, functionalities in terms of what you could do with your bulk extraction. That's a little bit on your LinkedIn side of it. And those who are changing the settings, you keep that on and click that button saying, number, and keep that number coming in. We will continue the story with you in some time. But the rest of you who have done it and you've already started to manipulate that, modify that, look at Sujit, look at Sanjay. They are all ready. I don't know if they will sleep today. Maybe the dinner will be late. God bless them. So let's go ahead and take a look at some more. I got 74. Congratulations. Great work. Okay, now, is it only LinkedIn that we could do the job? Like I said earlier, any search engine that is okay to call out the email ID or the profiles of the individual on search engine can be looked for. Now, can I do that with Facebook? I suggest that you keep away from that guy for a moment. Yeah, Mr. Zuckerberg is seriously in deep, deep trouble. First, we'll have to give him a little breather before we do all this. But here's what Mr. Zuckerberg had to say to Google. He said, if millions of billions of people are looking at Google, B with a B, billions of people searching on Google for product, for brand, for various other searches, so are they on Facebook. Oh, that's the same thing that they said to Google, saying, guys, stay away from the profiles. Google, do not archive any profile which is found on Facebook. Oh, that is a very clear statement made to Google saying, if you accidentally bring in any profiles of people within Facebook, we will sue you. Now, forget that. I think Cambridge Analytica is troubled. I'm sure you must be watching it or reading about it. Those guys came out very outright, on the media, stating what they do with Facebook data. And Google definitely wants to keep her hands clean, and so would you. But here's what we could do with Facebook. We can ping all business pages on Facebook and not the profiles. Yeah, Facebook by default has blocked all the profiles from being shown on Google search engine, and that's a constraint. And that's one of the reasons why Google says, no matter what your brand pages do on Facebook, we will not SEO optimize them. Yeah, we will only limit that particular searches coming out of Facebook, and that's why when somebody is searching for a keyword, no matter how great you are on posting and active on Facebook, doesn't matter on Google search at all. Well, just that the backlinks will be a little higher. If you learn your SEO, you will know a little bit. But for now, just know Facebook profiles not possible. Facebook pages possible. Facebook.com. Here I'm going to use another, sign, and that's called tilde, I think. Yeah, that's hold your shift key and right above your tab key, this particular sign comes in. Tilde, I guess. Yeah. So you pick up that sign and say fashion related products. People interested in the word called fashion or alternate words for fashion is what I'm looking at when I use this particular sign. Okay. And they should be residing in Mumbai, and I'm looking at the Gmail contacts, please. Now, it will ping the Facebook pages and then start bringing up data for you. Fashion, exhibition, somebody giving out the email ID saying stay in touch with us. Here we go, and it goes on. All Facebook pages. How many are we looking at here? Yeah, I'm sure there's a handful. Yeah, 67 of them on the first page and goes on. Okay, so that's about your Facebook and the norm. I didn't type the .com here, so let's go type the .com. Maybe there'll be more. Search. Yeah, 73. The rest all picked up back again, same. So copy this, push it back to you, store them on your notepad. You will not need it now, or you will not find the need for it now, but when you're picking up a job or with a client, this will definitely add value. Okay, who's the other guy? Let's go back and take a look at Twitter. Would Twitter be able to throw out results? And the answer is yes. But according to them, they bucket all the tweets and replies or the profiles very differently. So here, Twitter says we store all information on tweets and replies. Okay, now on twitter.com, ping tweets and replies, and from there find who's the CEO, and from there pick the Gmail IDs, please. There you go. All Twitter IDs along with the CEO as a title and their email IDs. Pick them up, search 95 of them, and the story continues back again as to how you modify them furthermore. And take a look at CFO. You see those guys who are who can stand by what they say are available on Twitter. Not the smaller guys, like for example digital what do you call designers. Yeah, maybe not very handful of them really wanting to post their designs if they are successful designers, but the rest of them aren't there. So you got to really look at some niche titles, maybe top of the pyramid titles, C level, V level, D level titles. C level meaning C, chief officer, chief marketing officer, chief technical officer, and goes on. D level is director level titles. V level is vice president or of something. Pick them up. Vice president, general manager, all of those people will be available. Try as many titles as possible. Get as many out of Twitter as well. Now, those are some of the places that you could actually hunt for data. And when you come in tomorrow, we'll teach you how to do one-to-one hunting. This is part one, bulk hunting. We've done the bulk. And part two, we will teach you how to go after one company after another, one-to-one hunting. So you know a company, you know people working in that particular company, and you want their email addresses. Oh well, it's all on search engine again. We'll show you some softwares, we'll show you tools, plugins which can simplify your job in picking as many data as possible or as quickly as possible using Google search. Now, let's see what we are likely to do with this data now. You have another 10 minutes. Your dedicated attention on that particular screen there, please. Come with me. We are all excited that we got email addresses. Fantastic. But that's not how we want to be staying there. Excitement gets a lot on the Excel file. Fantastic. We got the Excel file now. What are we going to do with that? Tell me anything apart from doing email marketing. Tell me anything apart from doing email marketing. Oh, I caught you there. Uh huh. Think. Remove common email IDs. Very good. That you will do a sanity check or maybe health hygiene check on your data. God bless. That's something that we have to do it. I'll show you tomorrow when you come in. I'll show you softwares to validate them. That'll get the job done. Check for validity as well. Yes. What else are you going to do? How are you, well, you validated and you found 90% of it or 99% of it is clean. What's the next step? Unique email addresses. Oh yeah, it's, what do you call your email reaper by default removes all the duplicates. So it's all unique IDs is what I could think of in terms of that. Segmentation, we don't build a house and then look for a kitchen. So segmentation is already done when the blueprint was there. We looked for marketeers. Svetlana looked for digital marketeers in Dubai, and it goes on, right? So segmentation is already done. What else would you do? Send personalized email ID using MailChimp. Bad idea. I said don't say anything about marketing, email marketing. What else can you do with this? I made you think. या मेरा ROI आ गया. जितने देर तक आप लोग साइलेंट रहते हो उतना थिंकिंग हो रहा है. सर कैन आई सेंड ईमेल थ्रू? नो मैम, नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं. नो, टारगेट देम. हाउ? नॉट ईमेल मार्केटिंग. हाउ? हाउ एल्स? What happened, Nityanand? Sab theek hai tura? Is what he's thinking. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I know I'm teaching you email marketing, but I'm saying don't mail them at the first shot. What else can I do? I'll have to do analytics, but no data. I haven't sent anything as yet, so where's the data? Analytics is equal to food is required. And what's the food in processing the food? And then I can find out which is poisonous, which is not, which is variation. All of that can be done. But there's no food. So what do I do analytics with? Make an uploadable file. Fantastic. And then what is the use of searching these and getting email addresses? Yes, सस्पेंस है, आप सोच नहीं रहे हैं. आप थोड़ा सर्च करो, तो थोड़ा या आइडियाज आएंगे. वो आइडियाज को पुश करो. Subscribe to newsletters to the companies concerned. Wow, that's out of the box thinking. Rishika, congratulations. We're happy for you. Right. This is, look at this. A very different kind of thinking. Maybe she will send a LinkedIn profile, an invite to all of these audiences, connect them back on LinkedIn, make them feel that they're home. Yeah, they're not aliens, and she's going to be talking to them. That's an approach here. Alfia. Yeah, Alfia says, this is what I'll be doing. Awesome thinking. Good work. Good work. And I need more. Looking for personal email IDs and corporate email IDs. Fantastic. Go ahead. Hunt. Sorry for being late. Low internet. Nah, perfectly fine. Late aaye, lekin latest aaye. Good job. Great work. Now look at Alfia, and I want you to follow her footprints, please. If we were to look at her, I mean, if we were to observe her lane of thought, what do you think we can do? Make it a CSV file. Yes, it's a process without which you will not upload on, or you cannot upload on Mailchimp. What else can you do? How many of you completed social media training? How many of you completed social media training? Not yet? Not me? Okay, good. That's why blank slate. No problem. Haven't started yet. Thank you very much. Nandu has completed. I did. Amrita, I wasn't expecting this out of you. दिस इज द फर्स्ट ट्रेनिंग टॉपिक. नित्यानंद, यहाँ पे फंस गया हूँ मैं. नहीं सर, आ जाएंगे. आपको अट्रैक्टिव विंक चैनल भी ले जाएंगे थोड़ी देर के बाद. आई मीन मे बी सून आफ्टर माई सब्जेक्ट योर्स फेसबुक विल स्टार्ट. Yeah, don't be disheartened. But again, look at this. I mean, both of them are top performers. And top performers underperforming, very bad idea. Very bad idea. Now, these people will tell us what to do with this database. Nandu is already pinging up saying, hey, Facebook targeted advertisement. Get them to like a page. Thank you very much. Yes, very similar to what, Alfia says. We got to really approach them very differently. See, if you pick up an email, would you tell a 4-year-old that he has to really do an email marketing? He knows it. A 4-year-old would quickly understand saying, yeah, that's right. Email address hai to email bhejo. So what's the point in our education? We are a little mature than the 4-year-old. So what can we do with that data? So you got to really look at different channels and find out what kind of provisions other channels make. And people who have completed social media training and not connecting the dots quickly tells me a lot of stuff. So please pay attention to the trainers. These guys are giving you walkthroughs on how you create Facebook advertisement. And in Facebook advertisement, there is a provision for you to do targeted advertising, very similar to what Alfia says. Alfia says, sign up to the newsletter. Very different approach. I haven't heard anything from the participant so far in my last 5 years thinking so very differently. This will take a little longer time, but the shorter version of that would be to quickly have them all uploaded on FB. What happens then? Well, FB will look at a match rate of all the email addresses that you picked up and align that with their profiles in the backend. And it will quickly say that 90% of them hold on to a Gmail with Gmail, same Gmail account is aligned with their Facebook account. And now you target them on the Facebook ad. You send them out a Facebook ad. And that you continue for 4 weeks. Banner ad. And we are not looking at Mr. Zuckerberg's audience. Thank you very much, Mr. Zuckerberg. We would pick up our own audiences and we will approach them using targeted audiences, and we will only apply or appeal to those people, only apply to those people, and not the entire worldwide community that Facebook is asking us to do. Okay, now that's the approach you might want to take. Why? Any idea? Any idea? Alfia, come on, help us think out of the box. Why this approach? Why not directly send an email? GD. Yeah, number one, you will be able to kill the GDPR compliances. Awesome, sir. Good thinking. Good thinking. Yeah, you will be overcoming that challenge. You'll ask them to sign up if they really are interested. You get a written consent from them. Start talking to UK people as well. Good job. And spam chances reduce. Thank you very much. Build the trust is important. Thank you very much. Brand building is important. Awareness of your brand is important. You build the trust first and with them, and then you go ahead and ask them to do anything. They will do. But where's the trust? So you got to build the trust by showing them the banners, telling them how, what color your logo is, what kind of product and services you offer, how other people say what about you, and all of that can be done using the social media. And then after the fourth week, which is like the fifth week onwards, start mailing. Start mailing. And now tell me if you don't really see results coming out. You bet you will see results, because according to the brand managers have very clearly said trust is everything, guys. And if you can get that done with your product, you will be able to get away with an iPhone 10 paying at 1 lakh rupees, and no one will ask you any questions. You will ask them to pay for the AirPods, costing them 12,000 bucks. No one will ever dare to question you. Very well done there. Thank you very much. Alfia, you were quiet. What if you were to open up your mouth in the last four modules? We would have learned a lot more. Anyway, thank you for your contribution. This is phenomenal. And that's exactly how you should go ahead, looking at the database and the tricks that you have to use search engine better. Facebook wouldn't know where you got that email from. Email compliance guys will have no clues where you got that from. Everything is under the radar, and now you use Facebook. And like Nandu said, you can also break free from your GDPR compliance part. If they're asking you to sign up and a written consent is not present right now, well, you may want to go ahead and target UK directly, get those people's consent right there, written consent, and start marketing to them using email. Brand awareness as well. Thank you very much. Absolutely, ma'am. Making your brand known to them is very, very crucial, and this approach will help you. Now, if you take this strategy, no one is actually adopting the strategy in the startup community. The developed companies are already doing it. The Oracle guys, the Appiest Mind guys, those companies are already looking at these provisions. But the startup company, they're very busy making the product. They need a marketing head who can come back and do all of these thinking. Maybe look at them. Some of these people already here can pick up a job at a startup company as a marketing head and go ahead and help the company out, saying, come on guys, we are not that old traditional 1947 marketers. If you see an email, you shoot out an email. Bad idea. We have a different thought and different approach for this. Let's go ahead and do this. And you try that for 4 weeks and see how it works out or turns out when you send the campaigns out on the fifth week onwards. They will all know and will be familiar with your brand name, and hence the open rates will go up. And spam complaints, somebody made a mention here. Amrita said spam complaint ratio will come down. She's a good email marketer. More reach, more engagement, less spam complaints. What else can you expect to keep your reputation up on email sending? Okay, and we will look at on the other aspects when you come in tomorrow. We'll show you one-to-one hunting, pretty much looking at every company, hunting everybody's email addresses live tomorrow, day after tomorrow, sorry, on Thursday. So live at 8 p.m. Thank you very much for coming in, and thank you for all your contribution. And I'm hoping that we have finally made you start thinking. Start thinking, and please pay attention to the other modules that are coming in, irrespective of how the trainer is or what the slides are. Keep a close watch on the header, and the most important header here is targeted advertising. Show me how, and there is a walkthrough that they will show you on how you can do that. Is there a way to retrieve email addresses, IDs of Indians in US? Working in HR department? No, ma'am, that'll go on bias, and then they will sue me for that as well if I even start typing in. But what else can we do here? Stay with me, ma'am. I need to find an Indian, and he must be working in US, and I need him from the HR department. Uh, Chalo, we'll do this and see what happens. LinkedIn.com. Um, Citizen, is it? But LinkedIn doesn't encourage showing off um, the actual what do you call country. I can't say country either because country will collide with the profile country. Hold on. There must be a loophole in the system there. So when you look at a LinkedIn profile, what do you see? They ask you for your schooling, they ask you for your certification. Okay, so I will type India. I will type New York. I will type HR, and I will want to see the Gmail account. Maybe the results will lead us to probably the university. Yeah, that's the nearest match. But would this bring in? Yeah, why not? बट इंडिया बोले तो यहाँ पे न्यूयॉर्क तो नहीं है या ये बैंक ऑफ न्यूयॉर्क okay no chalo we'll modify this a little bit we'll say location current location New York search no it says take that whatever you typed okay it's scolding me okay yeah but very few people location New York but India intern at Karnataka. Okay, so there are people, but again, customer's location is India. Okay, so let's take this guy out and hold a second. Education, not sure, must be India. Pick up. Okay, New York is different. Okay, got it. Get that guys out. We have a few of them. HR, education, India, HR functionality. Location is New York, education is India. Okay, good. Now let's go hunt their Gmails. Search. Yeah, handful of them, handful of them. But yes, you can. Yes, you can. Thank you for making us think a little better. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Try this. Try this. A handful, but it definitely will add value here. So try instead of New York, maybe California. Change that California. Every state there. New York is a state and a city, so both of it will apply. But you try this particular combination. Looks like it will work. And thanks, Sanjay. Education seems to be one of those buckets that LinkedIn would not want to hide. So education in India, but located in New York or California or any other city there. Pick them up and start writing on it. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. Anything? Any other questions? Query? Sure. Thank you. Rishika, is your internet back? And if you have anything backlogs, Svetlana, stay back and ask, please. Thank you. Why were there more email IDs when you typed HR searched Gmail? I thought there will be more for co.in, like with her with their company name. Not many, ma'am. Company name email IDs meaning that that is the last time that they will ever see their profile or have access to their profile. Employees change jobs now. Long time ago, if you ask me when do they normally change, I would have said 3 years, 4 years, and then people have a tendency of shifting to another job. But today, if you ask me, every 3 months people want to change the job because they don't like the boss, they don't like, there's too much of comfort zone, luxury, and options available for them. So they are like a rolling stone, so no one sticks there. There is absolutely no what do you call uh, confidence level in themselves. Yeah, when they jump from one office to another, one office to another, and they are on the same title. It is said that you climb the ladder by looking at 1 year, 3 years work experience in the same title, and then move the ladder up and up and up. But I see that that ladder has now gone in the other way around, like in it moves uh, like this and not like this. Yeah. So this is missing out. In 3 months, people shift the job. And if I'm calling out, strategic marketing services here, and I build a LinkedIn profile, in 3 months I quit, I open up another profile because I don't have access to that same email ID. And hence, most preferred domain would be a Gmail account, which no matter which job and whichever role, however rolling stone they are, they will continue to roll, but they will end of the day be able to access their LinkedIn profile, one single LinkedIn profile. And it also doesn't add up on the credibility. Look at that. Every 3 months you have a different company. There is something seriously wrong, not with the company, but like that. I'm hoping that you got a fair idea of the employment conditions right now. Yeah, if you put your head down and just look at the work as a work and not like you work for a person, that's when you will be able to put in a lot more years. My company shifting was 4.5 years. All companies that I worked for, 4.5 years. Strategic marketing services, close to about 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. I'm a donkey, so yeah. And my work was to only put my head down and work and learn the job, and nothing else. And look, now we have a brand, and we are sustained almost like 4 years now after, quitting the job, which I don't know. Yeah, good thing for me if you were to look at it. Amrita, did you get the answer? You see how? Yeah, there is more, ma'am. Whenever you're looking at a problem, look at the background and look at the foreground, which is like the forward, future, past, future. And then look at the context. Context will quickly change and you will know why people do the way they do. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. We'll see you back again on Thursday. Goodbye for now. Is Svetlana here? Svetlana, did you get a hand on everything? Do you want me to do a retake? Rishika, your internet was having a problem. Please let me know. Nityanand, please send me the recording of the session. Sure, ma'am. Sure, I will definitely do that. I'll definitely do that. Uh, I will mark a copy to you. Anyone wanting that video today, just let me know. Me too? Okay, good. Are we going to check the DK? Thank you, ma'am, for the reminder. I was about to say goodbye and go. So that happens. Yes, no backlogs. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Are we going to check the? Yes. Please drop your email IDs in case if you want them. I'll have them sent over to you. I'm going to go in here and take a quick look at Chow's email. Uh, I know her name. I can spell her name out, but not a domain name. And no matter how many times I look at it, I still forget. Okay, I spelled the name wrong. Spelling check karo yaar Nityanand. Okay, ma'am, I'm doing it. Okay, Chow. And yeah, thank you, sir. ID is wrong. Is it? Looks like I know your brand name much better now. I'm accessing your Gmail, Zoho account already. That's your admin. You might want to change the password after everything is done, all right? Control panel. Yeah, this guy is still saying that there is a problem on the DKIM. Why didn't you activate that? Let's see this. GoDaddy and the DKIM. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go delete this entire stuff here. Come back and refresh once and add a new selector. DER is what I would say this time. I'm not going to say your entire brand name. Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to click the save button. Okay, so copy this text. Okay, now we'll have to go back to that account details, which I think I would need your help, but I can watch through the chat applet. Stay with me, don't worry. I think you said it in red, so I'm sure it must be around here. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay, so I sign in. Um, that's not the red. This was something to do with the 22. There you go, got it. No, ma'am, thank you very much. I think I managed it. DNS? I again gone ahead and deleted it. Ma'am, it's not with your domain alone, right? We are also having trouble with our DKIM. I told you earlier in the outset. Yeah, some of our domains, DKIM is not getting really set well. So I'm going to go in here, use the text, and I pick up the first half of here, come back, drop. This is all we can do to get the DKIM. Some domains get verified very fast. Some domains take forever and they never really get it done. Okay, so let's try this combination. I'm leaving it there. And if you give me permission, I will watch this login tomorrow as well. And maybe tonight as well, if it's okay with you. Without your permission, I mean, with your permission, please. Okay, sure. I'll make sure that this is done. I will also write to GoDaddy as well and see what best can be done here. Thank you, ma'am. We'll see you back again on Thursday. I'll keep you updated on your email, so you can access this email and check this out. I'll write to you on the same email anytime, ma'am. Thank you. Ravi left the day, left for the day, I think. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Anybody, any questions unattended? Please go ahead and copy and paste them again. If not, you're free to go. We'll see you back again on Thursday. Bye for now. And all those who have given out email addresses, I will write to you tonight or first hour in the morning. Thank you. Bye bye. I'll have them sent, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. What a contribution today. Ma'am, top players should not keep our mouths shut, ma'am. No, ma'am. You'll have to help the community. Help me, ma'am. Share your thoughts. We want to see how you guys are thinking. Thank you.